I'm sorry for everything, Jungkook. You apologize while bowing, then puts the lunchbox on the nearest couch and went away from there while wiping the tears with the back of your hand. Why situations are like this? I want to hurt her the way she hurted me back then. But when I see her eyes, then I just want to punch the shit out of myself. He muttered to himself while frustratingly pacing around in the cabin. You were running while wiping your tears. Suddenly you bumped with someone. You looked up to see who it was, and your eyes glistened to find Jimin. But then you suddenly realized something. One in mind. If Jungkook hates me now, then he must also hates me for hurting his best friend. Jimin is Jungkook's best friend. Van also used to have a good bond with him in the past. He used to treat her like his own sister. Jimin looked at your pale face, which turned red due to crying. His eyes filled with concern. Van, why are you? I'm sorry, you whispered slowly, then quickly ran away from there before he could even say anything. Why was she crying? Who made her cry like that? He thought for a moment, then furiously made his way towards Jungkook's cabin after realizing something. Jimin barged in Jungkook's cabin and found him drowned in pool of thoughts while rubbing his temple. Jeon, how dare you to make her cry like that? Are you out of your mind? Stop, Young, for God's sake. You don't start now. I'm already having headache. You're hurting her and telling me to stop. And what about she hurting me? Are you for real, Jungkook? You have feelings for her, but still you are behaving like jerk with her. She has passed with you. Moreover, you are married now. Marriage doesn't change the past, Jimin. I can't forget how she left me even after I begged her not to. Jungkook, I understand that whatever she did is wrong, but she must have a reason for that. But what you are doing, you are just literally throwing your anger on her. Have you ever tried to ask her the reason? No, right? Then why are you doing this to her? Now you are proving me wrong and taking her side. I'm not taking anyone's side. Just get yourself together, man, and think for a while. Are you getting any peace by whatever you are doing? Are you satisfied by hurting her? No, right? If you'll hurt her, then you yourself will be more hurt because you can't see her in pain. Then why so much anger? Jungkook heard Jimin silently because somewhere he too realized that whatever Jimin said was absolutely true. He never tried to ask you the reason for the breakup. Jungkook, I'm telling you, just clear your misunderstandings before they give up on you, he said while patting Jungkook's shoulder, then went away from there. Jungkook processed Jimin's words, and he felt someone put stone on his heart. Will she really give up on me? She asked me for a chance today. I didn't reply to her. What if she misunderstood and decides to give up on me? No, this can't happen. I won't let that happen, he mumbled to himself. After crying your heart out for some time in the restroom, you made your way towards the lift, but suddenly someone pulled you by your wrist. Who the hell? Before you could say anything, a hard slap landed on your cheek, making your eyes widen. You put your hand on your cheek, then turned around, only to find Clara, anger filled in your eyes. Why you slapped me? You asked sternly. Because you have forget your place, you frowned. What do you mean? Stay away from my Jungkook. He is not yours, you said sternly. He is mine, she responded firmly. He is mine, just like I am his, you said while gritting your teeth, then in a swift motion you two slapped across her cheek. How dare you to slap me? She was again going to slap you, but you held her hand. Just because you are Jungkook's father's best friend's daughter doesn't mean you'll show your rights on him. So now you will tell me if I have rights on him or not, the one who left him. That is none of your business. You stay out of it. You said then started going from there, but then She said something which made you halted on your place. He may have married to you, but this marriage means nothing to him. He hates you, Bhagwan. Your eyes filled with tears, but you hid it and scoffed sarcastically. You should think about yourself, Miss Clara, cause as far as I know, he doesn't give about you. You said, then made your way towards the lift. Clara stomped her feet in annoyance. Unknowingly, tears escaped from your eyes. You quickly bite them off. Just then, lift stopped and someone came inside. It was Jungkook. Your eyes met with his. Then you quickly shifted your gaze on your feet. He came inside and stood beside you. Jungkook in mind. Hasn't she gone home yet? She is still crying. Her eyes are red and swollen. I still remember how her nose and cheeks used to become red whenever she used to cry. Seeing tears in her eyes is the most unbearable pain I have ever felt. Wait, what is that? What happened to your face? He asked while keenly observing your cheek. What? You breathed, shaking your head, and you moved back from him. Your cheek, it's red, and I can see fingerprints on your cheek. I'm fine, you said in low voice while taking a step back from his overly observant eyes. Jungkook obviously noticed it because from the mark it was clear that someone slapped you. He was losing his patience, unable to bear the fact that someone dared to hit his van. He may be angry with you, but he cannot tolerate anyone hurting you behind his back. Jungkook looks at you, who was looking down sadly. His eyes softened. Van, just give me a name, and I'll take care of it, he said softly yet calmly. Don't worry about that, and please do not show your care for me, Jungkook. It will give me hope that you still loves me, you muttered, wiping your cheeks with the back of your hand to erase the evidence of tears. Jungkook growled, dropping his hand to his rays filled through his veins. He ran his hand through his messed up hairs, then softly held your shoulders. Who dare to hurt you, Van? You are in pain, just tell me name and I'll fix it. This pain is nothing as compared to pain which I am feeling here. You pointed your finger to your heart. It hurts like hell when you treat me like I'm nothing to you at all. It rips my heart apart to know that you will never love me the same. Tears slide down your cheeks. Do you think it pleases me to see you in pain? No, Van, it hurts like hell. I feel myself weak whenever I see those tears in your eyes. Then he cupped your face and made you look into his eyes. Van, why did you do this? Everything was going well. We made so many promises to each other. You didn't even thought once before breaking them. You destroyed everything. We were perfect, man. We were so perfect. Please explain me. Why did you left me? Was my love not enough for you? He pleaded with desperation. Tears streamed down your eyes. You felt yourself helpless in front of him. You can't explain him the reason, even if you wanted. Jungkook, you both got interrupted because suddenly the lift opened, and this time Jimin was at the door. You came outside the lift, followed by Jungkook. Jimin too observed your face, and his eyes widened. He approached you and cupped your face and looked at you with concern-filled eyes. You were shocked by his actions. When? What happened to your face? He asked with concern. Somebody slapped her, and she is not giving me the name. Is it true, Van? Who dared to do this to you? Jimin was asking you worriedly, but you were continuously looking at him without breaking the eye contact. Wine in mind, Jimin's eyes are clearly showing that he is worried for me. Does that mean he doesn't hate me? Was I overthinking? I mean, just look at his concern-filled eyes. They are proof that he doesn't hate me. You slightly smiled while looking down. Jimin frowned, then shook your shoulders. Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay, Oppa. Suddenly you hugged him. He got confused, but then he slowly kissed you back while hugging you back. Thank you so much for not hating me, you said in low voice. Now he realized something. Why, I'm not jerk like him. I can never hate you. Did you get that? He asked while cupping your face. You nodded while snipping. Jungkook rolled his eyes on hearing him. So, is that why you avoided me earlier? Cause you thought that I too hates you? You nodded. When nobody hates you, neither me nor him. He is just angry with you. So stop over Hyung, stop your drama and ask her who touched her. He growled. Yes, Van, tell us who dared to. Oppa, don't worry about that. I have to go home now. You decided not to tell him, cause you didn't want to escalate the issue further. But Van, before he could say anything, you already left from there. Jungkook paces around aggressively while running his hand through his hairs. He growled and hits his fist on the wall. Why she didn't tell me the name? I swear, Young. If I'll find out by myself, then that person is never going to find peace again. He snarled, then left from there. Jamin chuckled, then shook his head in disbelief. He was glad to see caring and protective side of Jungkook. And you says that you hate her. What a joke, man, he mumbled to himself in amusement. Clara happily entered inside Jungkook's office, then walked to his table. You called me Jungkook? She asked happily. Jungkook nodded to her. He was calm from outside, but from inside he was burning in anger. He turned his laptop screen towards her and signaled her to look over it. Then she confusingly shifted her gaze to the screen and her eyes widened. Explain it, he asked calmly while crossing his arms against his chest. Clara stood there visiting her fingers nervously, sweat formed on her temple as she got red handed, and now words were not coming out from her mouth.